All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome. This is John from Audio Cyto Music. You may have seen the logo or the name. Well, today we're gonna help out these aspiring producers, people out there who are talented, creative, maybe just don't know how to get into starting to create music or what equipment they need. So today we put together a special program here to show you how to put together a 15-minute studio on a budget. That's right, on the budget. Anybody can afford this with the proper planning, but the basics, we're going to show you basically what you're going to need, the equipment you're going to need. We're going to show you how easy it is to put together, and we'll actually describe and talk about some of the devices as we go. All right, so let's get right to it. So here we go. We're going to start with one of the first key ingredients you're going to need to put together your 15-minute garage studio on a budget, and that is a computer. It can be a desktop computer or a laptop. Doesn't have to be an expensive computer, but I would say at least make sure on the computer specs that you have somewhere close to about 16 gigs of RAM as far as the memory that's needed to run the computer as well. If you want, a best bet, if you can find a nice gaming PC, is fine, but once again, you don't have to spend a lot of money on a computer. Once again, this is for someone on a budget. This is trying to get into the audio production game. And so definitely you want to start out with at least a decent computer, tower or laptop. Let's start out with connecting our monitors, okay? All right, so these are powered by electricity individually, okay? So they will not work off speaker wire because they are monitors and they hold a lot of power. This one itself is can handle up to about 300 watts. This is the M Audio brand, the BX5. So all you're gonna need here is plug your power in. You can use the standard D-shaped cables for computers. You'll find the same type of cable. You can pop this in here, and that's gonna give you your power for your monitor. The second thing you're gonna need is what we call XLR cables. You can look these up. You'll probably see these, or you've seen these in studios before. It'll have a little 3-prong there, okay? And this is what is going to allow the connect to input here to our monitors. The other end is going to come out of our computer and whatever sound we send in here, but this is how you're going to be able to hear your sound. And these are the two connections. You plug in your power and you plug in your XLR cable and you're good to go. These monitors will have their own separate volumes here and other adjustments, but basically you can read up on that if you want to get into it, but to keep it simple, the monitors, you'll need a power cable and an XLR cable. You see, I've already had this connected to my monitor, so all I'm gonna do is select my output here. So we'll go ahead and choose the main, left and right. So you wanna come out of your main output, okay? Where it says main, that's the main power going out. So since this is on the left, I'm gonna go ahead and pop that into the left. Okay, and this is what we call XLR. This is a TRS or audio cable here, and it's connecting from our monitor directly to our mixer. Once again, this is just used as a tool. We're going to get audio from our computer here so we can hear it out of our speakers. There's another more sophisticated or easier way to connect this, but I just wanted to show you, if you just need a way to hear what you're playing through your computer out to your speakers, you can use a simple mixer just to get the external sound, okay? Okay, now what we need to do is connect the sound to get it to the mixer so it can come out of the speakers. A simple and quick way for, once again, on our budget studio is to connect. I have one of these 3.5 millimeter audio cables to RCA, left and right. All I have to do is find my headphone jack for my external sound, okay? And I'm sending my external sound over to my mixer. And here our mixer already has it labeled for left or right output. And once again, we're only using this to get the sound that we're hearing in our computer to our speakers so that we can share it with ourselves or whoever is listening, okay? I just want to let you know the reason we're using this is only for external, okay? All right, so our next piece is our audio interface. This one here is from Behringer. If you look this up, it's a very well-known name in the audio game. This is one of their least expensive because, like I said, once again, we're on the budget here for our 15-minute garage studio. About 50 bucks, you look up Behringer audio interface is the key word. You can find these on Amazon. Okay, now this audio interface is used to connect anything from, you'll see the mic inputs, what I'm primarily going to be using it for. Also, if you have a guitar or other instruments, you have the mic and the line ends, and you have one for instruments. So this is what this is. This audio interface is exactly what it is. It's allow you to interface audio devices ultimately with your computer, which we're going to talk on in just a minute. So these are simple to connect, okay? You have a USB connection there. They connect to your computer. And it's the same kind of USB connection you'll see in the back of your printer. This comes with the cable, so you won't have to worry about it. But you're just gonna pop the USB connection in here, okay? And it only fits one way, so you can't break it. You pop that in. And what we're gonna do is just on the other end here, find a open USB connection on your laptop or your PC. You pop that in there, and all right. So once again, this is the interface, and as you see, we connected to your computer, because this is where the recording is going to be done. So we needed an interface to get sound into the computer, okay? So now we have the interface connected to our computer. Now we can plug in some devices to interface the sound. And I have my condenser mic, which we talked about. This is definitely what you want to get. A condenser mic is awesome because it's specifically for recording. It helps isolate the sound going in to kind of keep away some of the background sound. You can look it up to get more technical terms, but here's our microphone here, okay? And it also has our XLR plug that I'm using in the back of it here as well. So if I want to record my voice into my computer, I use this interface, audio interface, and I can connect it right here where it says mic in. So see these 3 pins here, don't be thrown off. It still works the same way if you just had a regular audio cable or this 3-pin XLR. And I'm just going to pop it in right there. It can only go in one way, so don't worry, you can't ruin it. It pops right in. So now this interface has now allowed me to interface my microphone with my computer. All right, and we're just about ready to record. Okay. All right, let's move over to our next piece. All right, so it looks like we've come down to our final piece of our 15-minute budget garage studio, and this is our MIDI controller. Like I said, don't confuse it with a keyboard, because if you press on the keys by themselves, you won't get any sound. This is a MIDI controller, and it will be used to generate sounds through your computer, okay? Now, the way that this works is simple. You can find these as low as about 50 bucks on the low end. Or if you want to spend about 200 or 300 bucks, you can get a really nice one. It just needs to be a MIDI controller. They have some that have maybe half as many keys, some that have more. This one, the PlayStation, the key station, 49, has 49 keys, okay? Basically, it's simple, all right? All you have is one connection in the back. It's gonna use USB. Once again, we use the same USB cable that we use for our interface. It looks just like the same one you use for your printers that you might have at home now, and it's going to connect right in the back. It has some other features. You'll have a power connection here. This will be powered from the USB from your computer. So these devices don't take a lot of power, and they don't have to have a separate power supply. It's going to plug right directly into your laptop, okay, or your PC. So I turn my power on. I got my USB connection. You can add a sustain pedal for those more advanced, but right now you just want to have something that's going to generate sound within your digital audio workstation. So here, the other end is just going to go right into my laptop, USB. Once I do that, my device is already connected. All I have to do now, turn on my computer, open up whatever audio mixing or DAW is what we call digital audio workstation, whichever DAW I want to use. My keyboard or MIDI controller will control that. And at this point, it looks like everything is connected. I have my audio interface controlling my mic for my vocals. I have my mixer that I use to connect to my laptop just so I can hear the external sound out of my monitors. I have my MIDI controller to control whatever sound. The cool thing once again about a MIDI controller, if I want to play a guitar sound, I can control it from my keys. If I want to play a violin, I can control it from these same keys. all using the power of my DAW. Now, getting the DAW digital audio workstation is really just software, okay? There's several brands out there. There's Cakewalk, Pro Tools, FL Studio, there's tons of them. If you just look up DAW, D-A-W, capital D-A-W, you'll learn and get as much information as you need. You can get some free software to record and create beats and music on, or you can spend somewhere about $100, $200 and get some decent software, okay? There's a whole different video on DAWs and so forth, so we won't get into that. But that's really the only component that you'll need as far as the software to create music. Everything else is here: mic, monitor, controller, laptop, interfaces, and that's all you need. So if you follow those steps, look up each of these devices, you should be able to put all this together in roughly 15 minutes, okay? And be able to come up with some quality recordings just with this equipment, okay? So I hope you liked our 15-minute garage budget studio. Hit the like button, hit some comments, let us know what you think, and we'll be back real soon with some other informative videos on audio production and music, all right? Thanks for watching. Peace.